Welcome back to it. As you can see, we are live at the Orlando Amstel Arena. An emphatic win from our boys. A very impressive display after the underwhelming performance away from home. It's good to be back at home. And as we opened our Orlando Stadium Arena, it's no longer the stadium. Yeah, it's Orlando Amstel Arena. And yeah, we're happy with the victory. What are your thoughts about the game?
No, the game was good. What a desired performance from the boys. I think we fought like lions today. Even though I still don't believe the score is a reflection of the game, because I think we should have scored more goals. We were in control. We just struggled in the last 15 minutes. I think that's where our combination, our fluidity was not so organized. But well done to the boys. What a performance! I think this is the hardest performance. I think that's the performance we should give every week.
Yeah, I also agree with you. The performance was really great. From the first minute, they showed hunger. Hence, we got the early goal, and they didn't stop. They continued looking for the goal. We saw how Moremi, Appolis, and Mufukeng, their understanding was so great to see. The way they were able to interchange within positions. So yeah, what do you think of the combination? Because previously we used to get either Moremi and Mufukeng or Moremi with Appolis, but today we saw all three of them and they were able to interchange positions so well.
To be honest, I was always doubting Mufukeng as playing as a 10, but today proved me wrong, because he played. I think if not mistaken, he should be man of the match, because the way he was combining, coming from wide, coming inside, cutting, making those combination plays. I think the combination of Moremi, Appolis, and Mufukeng worked today, even though our build-up from the back was not so organized. We preferred long balls to Mufukeng so that he can start the build-up from the last set. But also, I think our midfielders should do more in terms of organizing our build-up, because sometimes when the ball is on Moremi, Mufukeng, we keep on rushing. But if ever the ball come from our combination come from the midfield, I think that's where we're gonna have more control of the game and looking more spaces behind. Because when the ball goes to Mufukeng, Moremi, they keep on rushing because they don't have anyone to come and support. So I think that's something that they must work on.
Yeah, but then from the midfield, I think as the game went on, we saw a bit more of Makaula and Mbata willing to open up the spaces for the ball, receiving the balls, and then making those passes that we needed to see from them in the previous match, which we didn't really get to see. But today they were more adventurous. They were able to receive the balls and control the midfield very well, because Magesi didn't look any part. They didn't play anything there in the midfield because of how compact they were. And after the Mbata change, we also saw Masindi coming on, and he carried the ball a lot. I think he showed us an element that we've been missing in that 8th role, because he carried the ball so well. As soon as he came in, he created a very great chance that he could have finished off, but unfortunately he couldn't score. But that showed that actually this is the kind of number 8 we need, that is able to make spaces, go into the box more, and support the front three as well as our number 10. So do you think going into the next matches, Masindi should come back into the lineup, and then Mbata and Makaula battle it out for the number 6 role, or it's still too early to break the partnership, as it seemed like it was growing quite well as we've seen it in the previous seasons?
I think the most important thing is consistency, because I believe Makaula was in control of that midfield, and I also demand Mbata more into box entries. He shouldn't just stay in the circle. He must just try to make a box entries. So I think it's the element that is missing on his game. But yeah, I think gradually they get in there. Most important thing we should bring to this game is consistency. I think at this moment we can't expect to drop more points anymore. We should just keep on grinding. This is what the kind of performance we're looking for every week in, week out.
Yeah, Makaula showed a lot of improvement from the last match because in the previous game we saw him really struggle with the pace of the match. He couldn't keep up with how fast we play. But today he really came to life. He was able to share the ball with them. He was able to play with them. He didn't lose too many balls, which shows that he's a very adaptive player. He's one player that you can never really doubt or cast out of the team because whenever he comes on, he gives his 100%. But then I'd like to talk about our newly signed players. What do you make of the performance from De Jong and Sendami?
I think I didn't see more of Sendami, but for De Jong, he shows he's a clever player. He's a very intelligent player. I think we're still going to get more goals or more assists from him because I think he's a player that is always receiving the ball at the right positions. So from Sendami, I think he came at the time where I think the legs were off. So, but I don't doubt his ability. He's a very good player, he's a quality player. I think, yeah, we have a proper squad so that we can compete. I'm happy with their contribution today, and also the fans welcome them very nicely. I think there's a confidence booster, but going forward, we need to see more of them.
Yeah, I also think we have to see more of De Jong. The way he was playing, I think we have to see whether he's going to play as a 10 or continue as a false 9 because he was making a lot of great runs. He had the ball very well. He was making good passes. But in a few moments, you could say he should have just taken his chance and scored rather than trying to assist. But yeah, he's shown that he's the kind of player who likes to bring other players into play, and he also likes assisting. But yeah, I think from Sendami, the highlight was just the brilliant pass he made. Unfortunately, De Jong couldn't connect, but you can see that he understands the philosophy of the team, how we play, how quick we are on our attacks. So yeah, I also think they really contributed greatly, and we're still gonna see a lot from them.
Yeah, and it's still a first game. They still have to adapt to the philosophy of the coach. But honestly speaking, I think we added 2 quality players, and I think De Jong knows where to be at what time. So I think it's about time so that he can break the deadlock.
Yeah, and so in closing, do you think we should continue with the starting lineup we had today, or we should make a few changes? Because we were really concerned at the back after the departure of Magesi, but so far we've had 2 clean sheets. The keeper hasn't really had to work so much because the defense has done, yeah, quite impressive from how we really doubted them. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think the lineup was good. Let us keep running. Let us keep consistency. That's the most important thing. And then you will just change where it's needed. But for now, let us keep the consistency so that we don't break the momentum.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your support. Like, subscribe, and yeah, continue coming to the Orlando Amstel Arena to support the boys. Let's continue filling up the stadium because we see whenever we come to live, the boys really outdo themselves. And yeah, hopefully on Wednesday we are going to reclaim back our spot. And yeah, from there we're not gonna lose momentum going into the second half of the season.
Please subscribe, watch, and give us a comment inside Bucs Chat. Thank you so much.